Warning. The content on this channel is not intended or suitable for minors below 13 years of age. If that is you, please click off and come back when you're older. By continuing beyond this point, you affirm that you are 13 years of age or older.
What's up? What is going on, Swearoos? So we are back with Descenders, the head-to-head Xbox versus PS4. This time around, we are looking at the later parts of the career path, and I believe I am still on the daily challenge for both of these. The Xbox, I think I ran all the way through peaks. That was not the case, because I really started fucking up, and you'll see it here coming right up. I really started fucking up on the PS4 side. But again, like, some of those tracks are just evil. This game does not want you to just sit there and go, oh, there's no challenge here. There's a fuck ton of challenge. Boy, fuck ton. More challenges than you could shake a stick at. More challenges, perhaps, than you know what to do with. But it's worth it. It is well worth it to go through those. This is a really fun game. I dig the shit out of this. The first part of this, you'll see it in coming up. There are some issues with the PS4. We'll get into that in later videos. For now, though, we're just going to go out and go kick some ass on these trails or eat some dirt. Both, maybe? Okay, so this one, I wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like. I believe this is on the PS4, where it is showing you what the track is before you get on it. And I might have also stepped away, so this might be cycling through more than once. But there you can see, and you can anticipate some of the nastier stuff coming up. This really begins to matter on the last levels of the either the career session or career plus. This one, you can see we have a mini boss jump right out of the gate with that windmill thing. So we'll be looking for that once we get at the helm here. And then this thing, so this wood thing is the idea is to jump on top of it and jump over it. It's a pain. I usually ride around those. And there's another ramp into outer space kind of thing. So, all right. And there we can see the same one that we just went on. And I think they call it Gone with the Wind if you achieve that. Somehow I got turned around backwards. Which I'm not sure how well that would actually work. There I tried to do a... So I was trying to do the mini quest that it gives you to earn extra lives, and then consequently this is when I really started fucking up on the Xbox, or on the PlayStation. See, Xbox is going along fine. Here you can see the huge differences though in detail and in color and everything else, but there it is, bouncing off the Descender sign. One of my favorite things to do. This one, I think I just finally gave up on it on the PS4 side. So I managed to eat, I managed to eat a whole many chunks of shit. So I've used almost all my lives before the Xbox is even close to being finished. There I decided to jump off to the other side and wreck. So, all my lives are burned through on the PS4 side. So, but I got a jersey. So I'm going to start over again on that side just because that's a lot of poop to just leave out there. All right. Oh, I did want to show you this. So look at this. This is saying the daily challenge today. And I don't know if it's multiple people or what, but I mean, you look at that. That's a fuck ton of reputation. for a single session. I'm really not sure how that's happening. I don't get that. Anyway, we're going back to the canyon on the PS4 side. Meanwhile, we're still grinding it out over on the Xbox side. You can see there, it's very free and clear. This trail is very free and clear on that side. There's a lot more debris fairly close to the track, naturally, on the fucking PS4 side. See, that shit is right on top of the fucking track. You do get some of that, though, on the Xbox, I will say. Again, we have the fake outs with the some of the boss jumps just kind of hanging out there. Let's see if we... Oh, there's cactus, too. I don't see a lot of those in the Xbox. I think I have seen them before, but not anywhere near as many. And so you can see here. Let me see if it's one's coming up. When you go off trail, it is way more forgiving, of course, like everything else on the fucking Xbox. See, there you can see an oil rig off to the distance. You generally don't see a lot of those in Xbox unless that is one of the jumps that you have to accomplish. So, and there's also pipelines. There's various pipelines just throughout the level. I wasn't able to find any of them this run, but they're there. And if I do more videos, I'll try to find one of those again. But I ate a big turd on the Xbox side, so you can see I'm avoiding the track completely. Just entirely here. Just like, fuck it, fuck the track, fuck all of it. And I think I got upset because I couldn't land up there. And you generally are gonna want to be able to hit mid 40s to get up to there without too much of a problem. Which, by the way, is the same thing as the platform in the jungle. There are some recycled jumps. That gigantic hole in the ground from the PS4 is a nut. So I don't know where the fuck they thought that was. Like, is that a thing in bike parks? I don't know. I don't ever go to mountain bike parks, but is that a thing to just have enormous, gigantic fucking holes in the ground? Like, just these huge things? This one's kind of a pain where you go down and then up. And if you do that right, though, you can bounce off of that derrick over there. I obviously didn't, but I don't see any pipes here. I think I was looking for pipes where I rode off, you know, kind of over the spine there of that hill. Because you'll sometimes see pipeline pipes on the PS4. I've never ever seen them on the Xbox, though, like not once. All right, and okay, there's a rock. Yeah, that's good. Some of these things are just really well hidden, and since there's so many of them on the PS4, it's really hard to know where all that stuff is. They don't exist, as you can see on the Xbox side. It is not a thing that you need to worry about because it is not a thing, period. And if that's the case with PS Plus, I might come back and just kind of look through some of this stuff again. Maybe I'll try to borrow an Xbox so I can do some of that. I'm just wiping out everywhere on the PlayStation side. I was riding the struggle bus pretty hard here. You know, and that's kind of one of the things too. I think your concentration really, it really needs to be a lot better than mine was when I recorded the PlayStation side. Okay. It also helps, by the way, if you are able to control your skids through the turns. So one of the ways that you can send your bike into a drift, you have to start a little bit early before the curves come up and then feather through it. But if you do that, you can, just depending on how steep it is, you can sometimes take the edge off of a lot of your speed. being able to throw it into skids and control skids is a big fucking deal in this game. I'll be just straight up honest with you. Alright, so I'm still on the daily challenge on the Xbox side. I shit the bed really hard with that on the PlayStation side. I mean, look, there's like all this grass and crap everywhere, which sucks, by the way, because that'll hide rocks. And you see it once we get into this, it does exist a little bit on the Xbox side. It is just so much more sparse. There's just more junk in the PlayStation. And I think that's what Rage Squid had in mind. More crap for you to run into. So, yay. The boss jump for canyons is one of the easiest ones in the game. That you can't ride around. I should add that also. There is not any way to ride around that, so definitely don't attempt to do that because it is not possible. Okay, and there I just shit the bed again. Man, I am just... You know, when I've been kind of filming this, it's been fun for me to watch the gameplay, but it's just cringe city here on the PlayStation side. It's bad. It is like way bad. This one I actually did the jump properly. And there's a fucking hole in the... Like, why is there holes in the ground? Somebody needs to explain this to me. You can't actually ride up, by the way, from that, where I just fell off on the PlayStation. It's hard to do, but if you catch one wheel on there, and you're able to brake and accelerate, sometimes you can actually ride up with one wheel. Even though that would be pretty much impossible. But a lot of this stuff is stuff that you would have, honestly, great difficulty doing with an actual bike. And there, I just decided to go for a double backflip. I really thought I had enough speed. I think I might have. I think I just fucked the landing up. That's where counter pumping would really help, though. So definitely practice counter pumping if you want to be good at this. So I'm going into the boss jump with 8 lives on the Xbox side, and just shitty pants. I've got shitty balls, shitty balls, shitty balls, shitty balls on the PS4 side. So let's actually, we're gonna hold the Xbox for right now, and I'm pretty sure last stand here, I think I actually wiped out with the PlayStation here, but we're gonna shitty balls. Oh, here's another thing you can do. You can slow way down and ride through the center of these or around them. Those things show up, where else? They show up in another level too. I'm trying to remember. Oh, in Jungle. Actually, there's a lot of things that get recycled from this for Jungle. It's still cool though. I still like it. I think it's neat that they did that, because they do put a fresh ass spin on stuff. All right, and here we go. Act like you know. I think I'm trying to granny this a little bit, because I think I'm trying not to wreck. And there's my double backflip, and oh yeah. There's fucking hole in the middle of nowhere. So there it is, pooped out. Get a rubber ducky, fuck you very much. Alright, and for some reason I really felt like I wanted to show you guys this. So we're going to stay with PlayStation for a second. And this is some of the things that this is the main part that you start on. There are some differences here with those ramps, with the jumps, that do not appear in the Xbox. The main thing is that house. That house is not there, and you can't ride into it. There's picnic benches, there's like tents, there's campers, there's vehicles, there's a coffin there. You get an achievement if you pay your respects to the coffin. And I really wanted to show you this, and I managed to just eat it there. There's the shed. You can go to the shed from the menu, which is what I do. You also can ride into it manually. There's this crazy ass track here. You can ride on the roof of the shed if you're really interested in doing that. Alright, so I want to show you guys, I wanted to show some shit off in the bouncy castle for whatever reason. So that's what I'm doing. I'm interrupting the canyons to show you this stupid shit. Sorry. I almost ate it there again. Alright, so and you can't go in from the backside because I wanted to get this super crazy jump, and there I am stuck somehow on the side of it. I clipped into the side. But this is fun. You can do some neat stuff here. This is the bouncy castle is really, unless you get stuck between the things. But that was really, you can see how important it was for me to show you that. Right? Okay, let's go back to the Xbox, and at least I can show you the boss jump here. Again, the easiest non-skippable boss jump in the game. I love that halo. I really, the only thing I don't have on my new guy that I wish I had from this other one is actually the cat, the rubber cat. The rubber cat, so I can meow when I do stunts, and also the halo. I love that halo. Alright, and there's the ramp, and I'm not going to make it this time. Am I? I can't, no, I'm not. Okay, so, yep. Alright, that's why it's a huge, crazy drop there. You want to go dead center in this between, like, higher 60s, maybe lower 70s, so... That one is actually, that one I think I hit 80. You can do that too, but you have to start using counter pumping if you do some of that. Okay, on to Peaks. Peaks is actually one of my favorite levels. So we go through the levels of the regular career session. My favorite is probably Highland, but my second favorite is probably Peaks. I love those two. Canyons I actually like a lot as well. So I really like, of the first four, outside of Forest, which is a piece of steaming puddle as shit is what that is. Outside of the Forest level, I really like all of the career session levels. So that thing, that lighthouse I just drove by on the PlayStation side doesn't exist. There I just ate part of the platform. You need to do a super jump with this most of the time to get up it. And I'm doing some, and they, oh, I actually gave it to me. And I'm doing some Stormtrooper stuff here, wasting my lives on the Xbox side, doing Stormtrooper stuff. That red flag there, I didn't get close enough to show you, was another hole in the ground, but it's avoidable. Alright. That's interesting that I finished on the PlayStation side before I did on the Xbox side. But those are some gnarly turns on that one. And I think sometimes the algorithm of the game is, if it thinks that you're doing too well, I think sometimes it throws in some actually non-able to be defeated levels. Like, there are some levels, I've had it happen a few times, that you cannot get around. There are boss jumps where you cannot complete. Like, it'll just eat up your lives, but you cannot complete the boss level. Just the way that it's set up is not possible. And, you know, I'm sure that Rage Quit is probably going to say, no, it's procedurally generated, it's all random. Fuck you very much. But I think there's something in the algorithm to that. Obviously, I can't prove it, but I feel pretty strongly like it is there. Where if the game is saying, hey, this guy's doing too well, we're gonna make him eat some mouthfuls of shit, then, you know, I think that happens. And I've played enough of these tracks to be pretty secure in that feeling. But it is possibly wrong. Like I said, oh, these houses up here, you can, oh, that's actually a boss jump there. But there are houses here, which really, oh yeah, it's really, really cool in PlayStation. They don't exist Most of the accents here do not exist in Xbox, but in there I used up all my lives again. But you can ride through these houses. It's really, really cool. There are those fire lantern things, kind of like Lord of the Rings. Those are cool. Don't hit them though, because you'll die. And I don't know if that boss jump where you go up on the gondola thing, I don't know if that actually exists. You can actually ride through the middle of that as well. So there's some really cool mini boss levels in the PS4. I don't remember ever seeing those in the Xbox. It is possible they're there. Mostly I remember Spinebreaker and then the platform one that we already saw. And I think that I run across one of the other ones on the PlayStation, but you can see him getting just some brutal stuff over on the Xbox side, which is fine because of course Xbox is much easier. Oh boy, am I gonna land that? No, not. Okay. When you get out of these, also, when you're coming off a helicopter, I find the best way of doing those is to pull back so you actually land doing a little bit of a wheelie. That by far is the best way to do that, so you don't wind up wasting lives just getting off the helicopter. Okay, so there are some tips. There are some tips and tricks here, I guess, for whatever that's worth. I really wanted to send these both to the boss levels. Boss levels, though, like I said in the other video, are almost identical throughout both platforms. So. And I have started over the PS4 to try to keep more of this going because I wanted to show you some of that cool stuff. But you can see it's track's a little bit wider on the Xbox, but there is just a lot less. There's no trees. Like there are evergreen trees on the PS4. There are no trees on this level in Xbox. Zero. I'm managing to hit this hard enough that I'm actually losing multiple lives, so that's fun. I'm certainly well pleased that I can do that. Lives. Who needs them? You only need one, right? So I am on the last stand on the Xbox side, or on the PS4 side. Again, somehow. Here's the Vertebreaker on the PlayStation side, which I didn't hit but managed to still recover. I shouldn't say recover, I think I just lucked out. Okay, rolling right along. I like to come into this level with between 8 and 12 lives, if at all possible. Just because you'll lose a lot of them just doing stupid shit. But I have beat it on the last stand as well, so. Not on the PlayStation, just on the Xbox. Okay, so there, I don't know why. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this, the actual boss jump. Just on the Xbox by itself. And there you can see, you get the Are You Insane? And I face planted him. We're going to go for it again. You want to try to hit that middle ramp between 85 and... Actually, I shouldn't even say that. You really want to try to get over 100, if at all possible. That one I think I actually would have landed if I would have hit it correctly in the middle of it. But I think you get blown around by air currents and stuff too. So that one, 98, that's not quite enough. But, well, I shouldn't even say that. 98 probably is enough. I think you have to be 95 plus, but I just aimed it like ass. So... And I think I still went on for a little bit on the... Yeah, I'm going on a little bit here on the PlayStation side. Oh yeah, there's that. Oh, yeah. That's that mini boss jump. You can go through the center of this one, by the way, too. You don't have to fly over it, but I like flying over it. I'm sure it's possible that is an Xbox. I just don't think I've seen it. Oh man, there's houses. There were houses over there before I wrecked that you could ride through. Those over there in the trees. Okay. Oh yeah, I fucked this up again. All right. Oh no, I saved it. Wow. This one, there's another hole in the ground. I don't understand that. This one, I think actually I died on one of those if I remember this right. Which is weird. So we're on the PlayStation 4 right now. You can see the trees. And I think I tried to go around one of the holes and somehow I died. It was a cheap death though. I'm not quite sure how it actually happened. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you can see that. There's the hole. Oh no, actually, it might be after. It might be on the one after this. But you can ride through that shed right there. It's just completely hollow. Oh yeah, this one. I think I actually go through this one as well, because this one is a no trail, but I don't recall here. It's filmed a lot more recently than the other one, and I still don't actually remember. I do like these no trails on peaks. These are fun. These are really cool. I think I'm trying to do sponsor tracks, even though there's no real point in me doing them because I have everything. But it's good to do them because it still records them, and if Rage Quit ever decides they're going to change the actual ones that you have to do to have a sponsorship, then I'll be most of the way there. One thing that bothers me though with this is that these sponsor tasks, these extra ones, are so much fucking harder in PS4. Like, I've got to do 20 sponsor tracks. I've never seen a number that high in Xbox, and I think I did 60 some odd on Xbox before I finally just quit doing them. I've never seen that high of a number, so I don't know what that was all about. It's possible it was there and I just don't remember, but okay, I don't remember. I know I was trying to get this to the boss track. I don't remember how close I got though. So riding the PS4 a while longer here. Yes, there's that. So we're gonna ride around that. The other hole in the ground. I wish I would have actually, but you can see they're hollow. I really wish I would have gone through one of those though, just to show you guys. But maybe if I do a future video, we'll do that. There's some really neat accent shit in this game. Even though PS4, like it frustrates me that it's that much harder than the Xbox, which I think has been demonstrated pretty clearly already. But there is so much, like, see there's that thing, that lantern or fire thing or whatever, plus the sheds. A lot of really, really cool textural stuff. Like, I dig it. I was not displeased at all to see that on the PS4 side. Alright. I think this might be the one where I die. And it was, so this is, yeah, here we go. So this is frustrating to me because I don't see why that would have, like, I don't have any idea why I would have wrecked there. Like, none. Like, it looks smooth to go over there. I'm really baffled. I'm still baffled by that. And there you have it. This one was a little bit maybe heavier on the Xbox side than it was on the PS4 side. The Xbox, again, is just, it is so much easier for the career path than the, you know, when you're looking at this, you can actually avoid the track almost entirely in the Xbox side. Just say fuck it and just ride around almost everything. You can't really do, like, PS4 is not set up to allow you to do that. Like you've got to go through a lot of that stuff. Now in the Career Plus path, which will be in the next videos, it was a little bit different on the Xbox, but they have actually updated, which kind of pissed me off because I wanted to show you the difference there. The only thing that was really different on the Career Plus side, there's some subtle differences, but mainly not a lot of them. But the biggest differences was on the Glaciers, the Glaciers level, and Rage Quit or whoever went and made it so that it's actually identical more or less now to the PS4 in terms of texturing, which kind of sucked. But we'll get into that more in later videos. We got 2 more coming up after this, which will be the Career Plus Part 1 and Career Plus Part 2. And so Part 1 will be the very next one after this. But this is just a tremendously fun game. One thing of interest is that on the PS4 side, after I completely wrecked out of the daily challenge, there's people with 19 million. So daily challenge only applies to career. So how the fuck do you get 19 million reputation? That's more reputation than both of my profiles combined. How do you get 19 million in one session? So I think there's either some funky bullshit going on there, or possibly I just didn't have it set. I don't actually know how that would even be possible. You know, when you're talking that you would have to do 250,000 reputation every single track. And I don't know if that's possible with those. So even if you did every single track that there was on every level, 19 million is like completely out of reach. I don't know what happened there, but so anyway, this finishes the career session side of this. Again, if you guys are digging this, definitely I'd be willing to come back and do some more stuff with this. Maybe make some shots, some of the achievements I haven't got, that type of thing. I picked the wrong type of bike for a lot of the achievements, so it does get a little challenging with that, but I can't not go fast. And that I guess is kind of my own personal issue. So, but anyway, if you guys, like, I'm sure there's a lot of them with how to do tricks. The tutorials are actually really, really good on this game. So I don't know exactly what I could show you, but if you guys are interested in maybe more of the parks or me screwing around and trying to do like a full run and that type of thing, just gameplay, let me know. I like I said, I play this game. I like to get in. It's a really good stress relief. I like to do it daily. So once I've shown you everything that I meant to in these 5 videos, just leave me a comment if there's other stuff you would care to see. But that's going to do it for this one. Part 3 of the Descenders video, Xbox versus PS4, is over. We'll be back for Part 4, which we kick off the Career Plus sessions. And of course, we'll see you then. Until that time, peace out.